All right. Hey guys, it's Ben, bShawReacts. We are back with some more reactions to the Bee Gees. Looks like we are on track 7 and track 8. Um, yeah, so I'm digging it. Really, the last two songs kind of threw me for a little loop. I'm not going to lie. Weren't necessarily my most favorite songs ever. Um, I don't know. Something just I've listened to them a couple of times now, like 3 or 4 times each, just trying to see if maybe I misjudged the songs or just didn't give them enough of a chance, for me to like them. I'm still kinda on the fence and iffy about it, uh, but it's neither here nor there. There's plenty of Bee Gees material that I really, really love, and I feel like not every single song I'm gonna connect to that way. So I'm just keeping it real, honest reactions, real emotions. So you guys get the truth every time, um, and that's okay. We've had this discussion many times. Um, so yeah, I did want to mention my Patreon just because I do post content there, and then it goes from Patreon, and then it makes its way eventually to YouTube. So you don't have to come to Patreon, guys. Please, I keep getting these messages from people that are like, I don't want to sign up with Patreon, and I'm like, you don't have to. It's just something that people are doing. That if you want to see the stuff sooner, that's where you're gonna see it. It's easier for me to content post it on Patreon. I can put anything I want there, and there's no like rules to tell me no. Um, I did the reaction video for the documentary that I watched for the Bee Gees, and then How to Mend a Broken Heart. And then I'm getting ready to do another reaction to that a different um, documentary that Mr. Dobson, K. Dobson, keeps telling me to go watch, and I'm trying to get to that. I have so much music that I'm trying to react to. Also, I just don't have enough minutes in a day. It's currently 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing reactions. So, anyways, just wanted to mention that to you guys. So please don't feel obligated to go to Patreon. It's just something that I'm doing extra because it's easier to post and have conversations with people back and forth. Um, YouTube, I can do the comment thing, but I get a lot of comments on YouTube, so it's hard for me to remember all of the conversations that I'm having. Certain ones I do, obviously. Um, but yeah, okay. So, anyways, uh, I think I'm saying it right. Trafalgar. I'm not really sure. Someone told me that this was based around a war, that was something like that. So I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna go into it. They do have lyrics for it, so I'll pull up the lyrics and we'll do that. Let me pull up the screen for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. So here we go. Boo, boo, boo. Where's my play button? There it is. I like that. I like anything that has acoustic guitar and piano.
I rolled into the smoke, and there I lost my hope. I need someone to know me and to show me the square peg fits the hole. Why haven't I been told? I need someone to know me and to show me Trafalgar.
Trafalgar.
Please don't let me down.
Okay, so it's Trafalgar. Aha! So now I know. You got to listen to the song in order to know what you're listening to. Um, I'm not really picking up on any kind of meaning. I don't really know what this means. I think I'm gonna have to search that once we get through the song, just so that I can have a clear understanding of what the song is actually about. Unless it gets shown to me as we listen, but I'm not thinking that I'm going to be able to pick up the reference here, so we'll see what happens.
1,000 people round through the place I call my home. I need someone to know me and to show me sitting cross-legged on my own, and yet I'm not alone. Don't need no one to show me. No one only. Trafalgar, please don't let me down.
Okay, so couple of things before we go look at the meaning of the song. I don't know exactly what the song is about. I know that it's actually a really chill, very beautiful sound. Um, I like that there was a part where it was like the harmony was a little different than what the Bee Gees typically do. I mean, there's still some harmonies and things going on that the Bee Gees do in a lot of their material, but this song just felt different. So I went to look at the bottom here because it felt different and it sounded different than what the Bee Gees would normally put out. And I was like, well, what's going on with that? So then I look and it says songwriters Maurice Ernest Gibb, and that's it. So this is a song, obviously, that Mo wrote, which I find that is awesome because Mo is one of my favorites in the group. Um, I know that there's a big argument between whether or not it was Barry or Robin who had the best voice and who should have sung lead, and there's a big deal about the Robin's vibrato and Barry's falsettos, and there's all this stuff out there, guys, that honestly, um the only way that I can compare that for you guys, okay, is that's like saying that one guitar player is better than the other, you know like who plays guitar better, Barry or Maurice? Well, you can't really say because it depends on a lot of different things, guys. So Some guitarists just want to be rhythm players and play the backup, just chord progressions. Some guitar players want to play lead, there's just a different style, whether or not you're playing lead guitar versus rhythm guitar. Doesn't make you any better that you can play lead. It just means that you spend all of your time focusing on playing lead and learning how to run scales and playing note for note individually. Whereas when you play rhythm, you have to learn how to do all the chord progressions and put your fingers in the proper positions. And it's all music, guys. So I kind of understand why there's this big controversy about who had the better vibrato and whatever. I don't look at music in that way. That's why I don't comment on it when I read that stuff in my comment section, because I don't listen to music as to say who's better than who. I listen to it as a whole, and I'll say it till the day is long that for me personally, I think that when the 3 brothers are singing all at the same time, whether it's building harmonies or they're all singing on the same pitch in the same note area, um, I think that when the 3 of them sing, that's when I enjoy the Bee Gees the most. It's not necessarily about Barry or Robin or Mo, it's about all of them. So, I don't know, I say all that just to say that I could tell this song was written by one of the brothers. I didn't know who. I didn't know that Mo had written it. I see that at the end. So, but again, I don't think that it's fair to judge any musician out there based off of what another musician can do, because every single person is different. We all have, different mind and thoughts, and the way that we learn and what we learn and why we learn it, our reasoning behind learning it. So you can't, I tell my friend all the time, he's a phenomenal guitar player, probably one of the best players that I've ever played with. Or I was in a band with him for, like 6 7 years. But anyway, so he's a phenomenal lead guitar player, could play lead like like no other, right? Um, but it's funny because he and I were in band practice one day, and I switched up with him. I was like, "Dude, you play bass, I'll play lead." Look, I'm not a lead guitar player. That's not what I do. I'm not interested in it. I've never liked lead guitar. It's not something that I wanted to learn, right? So we swap out guitars. He went and stood on my side of the stage. I stood on his. We had band practice, and it was the most terrible sounding thing I think I've heard ever. Um, oh, it was bad because he's over there fumbling around on the bass trying to make it sound good, but he's playing like lead parts, and I'm over there on the guitar trying to play lead, which I don't really do. So it was very like just off. And I mean, within a couple of minutes, we were like, "Dude, give me my guitar back!" Like, no, right? But that's not to say that I couldn't be a good lead guitarist. I could, obviously, if I sat down and I put my efforts into it and practiced it and played, of course I could learn it. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, but I don't want to. I have no desire to. So the argument between Barry and Robin and who should have had the lead, and whose vibrato is better and whose falsetto is better and all that stuff, guys, it doesn't matter. Like, I promise you, they were all comfortable within the position that they held, and they all knew their place in the band. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm staying out of that conversation. So, anyways, next song. Here I am, on my soapbox talking too much again. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and here I go. All right. What's next? I don't know. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, you know what? Ooh, stop. I didn't even look to see what the song was about. So the Bee Gees' 1971 song Trafalgar is an introspective, melancholic ballad about finding a quiet, solitary place in the world after feeling like a permanent outsider. While the album's artwork depicts the famous 1805 naval battle of Trafalgar, the song itself is not historical. Instead, it uses London's Trafalgar Square as a literal and emotional backdrop. The core lyrical themes and meanings break down into several distinct elements. The square peg metaphor, okay, isolation and comfort in London, a reflection of band turmoil. The album Trafalgar was recorded shortly after the Gibb brothers reunited following a severe, highly publicized emotional falling out. Much like the hit single, How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? From the same record, the title track heavily channels that raw period of grief, reconciliation, and emotional exhaustion. Yeah, so yeah, it's not easy being in a band, guys. It's really not. It's like having a whole bunch of spouses, and everybody believes that they're right all the time, and then it turns into all kinds of headache whenever roles get reversed and flipped, and then people feel like they deserve more than the other, and there's always something. So yeah, I get it. And then to be in a band with family, that's to me that would have been torture. Oof. I mean, I love my family, but man, spend that much time on on a tour bus or in a plane or nope. I'm good. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's see what's next. Don't want to live inside myself.
I am the searcher of my fortunes. I got my right hand on the wheel. We got to dig the buried treasure. I know exactly how I feel. Don't wanna live inside myself. I'm much better off alone. But then you must believe in the falling rain. Don't wanna live inside myself. Don't wanna live inside myself. Don't wanna live inside myself. I went walking through a graveyard where the darkness is my friend. I heard all about the beginning. I wanna see just where it is. Don't wanna live inside myself. I'm much better off alone. But then you must believe in the falling rain. and every time God knows my name. Well, just as long as I can see my face, I can tell myself my name. Don't wanna live inside myself. I'm much better off alone. But then you must believe in the falling rain. Don't wanna live inside myself. 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 Don't wanna live inside myself.
Um, man, I'll tell you what, guys. Like, I could feel the hurt on this track. Like, you could just tell. I didn't even look to see who wrote it. Yeah, Barry. Okay, so Barry wrote this one. Man, you could just feel the loneliness, the tenderness in that, the idea of, I mean, you got to put yourself in their position at the time. Barry, all he knew was his brothers, obviously. Um, they did a lot of music together. They wrote a lot of music together. They performed their songs together. There was always the three of them, right? And then the band breaks up for a plethora of reasons, I'm sure, that more than what we even know, right? Um, I'm sure they alluded to it and talked about it here and there, but I guarantee you, you don't know everything. Um, there's stuff that probably went on behind closed doors that no one will ever really know because there's no reason to explore that or go back to it. Um, and really, the only person that could honestly tell you the truth is Barry. And I don't think that Barry wants to live the final portion of his life talking about the things that went kind of sour here and there. I think he'd much rather talk about the glory days and the days of old that were, the good times, right? Um, but this song, I could imagine if I were Barry, I would have a hard time listening to some of my own material from these days. Uh, just the heartbreak that lives within some of these songs is probably not something that he wants to go back and touch on too often. Um, but I mean, who knows? Maybe he likes to live within those times. Everybody's different. Um, so I looked up the meaning of this song, and it says the Bee Gees song "Don't Want to Live Inside Myself," released in '71, perfectly captures this theme of profound emotional struggle. The meaning behind the song, "The Burden of Self," written by the Gibb brothers during a period of alienation and band breakups. The song explores the pain of being trapped alone with your own thoughts and inner trauma. Whew. intense loneliness. Unlike typical heartbreak ballads, it reflects a desperate yearning for connection because the singer is completely disconnected from themselves. Ouch. Musical contrast. The raw, startling honesty of the lyrics is balanced against a gentle, melancholic melody, which enhances the feeling of a quiet internal sorrow. Yeah, I picked up on that. Like, I really did. I didn't read all of that stuff um, while the song was playing. I was just kind of like skimming through the internet. But I was hearing, I could hear the hurt in that song. Wow. Powerful. Talk about powerful. Okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me. It's getting late, and I have to be at the doctor's office for 7:20 in the morning, and that's about 5 hours from now. So, and it's gonna take me an hour and 10 minutes to get to the doctor's office. So I probably need to go to bed. Um, Man, I need to go listen to something a little bit more cheery, huh? Probably not, because if I do, then it's gonna wake me up, and then I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep. So, I do want to mention before I go any further. Uh, as you guys all probably know, I like some hard rock and heavy metal stuff as well. And Metallica happens to be one of my favorites. Um, so they have a song that they wrote in the 80s called One. And it's it's a guy that went to war for the United States, and it's based off of loosely based off of a movie, Johnny Get Your Gun, from like way early, like 1900 something. Anyway, so he gets blown up by a mortar attack, um, and the song that we just listened to, "Don't Want to Live Inside Myself," and that internal sorrow of being locked inside your own thoughts. Anyway, so the guy gets hit, the military guy got hit by a mortar. Um, he lost his arms and his legs. So basically, all he was just a torso and a head. And whenever the bomb exploded on him, he lost his eyesight and his hearing because it was so loud that it blinded him, and he went deaf and he wasn't able to speak. Obviously, there was some damage to the face and he wasn't able to use his mouth anymore. So basically, he was just a torso laying on a hospital gurney with a mask over his face. And the only way he could communicate was through Morse code. Um, and he kept telling the doctors, you know, SOS and Morse code, basically, help me, help me. It's very emotional, that song is. I mean, it is rock, don't get me wrong, but it's very ballady too. It's got some seriously deep emotion in it. If you guys want to hear that, I might actually go through that song with a description of my thoughts throughout it. It's one of my favorite Metallica songs. Um, but that song just reminded me of it with the loneliness of being locked within oneself. Think about not having the ability to stand up and walk away, or the arms to move around and do what you want to do, or the ability to speak. You're just laying there basically motionless because I mean you can't really move. Um, oof, yeah. There's a line in that movie where the the military guy, the general, I guess, of the army, was standing at the bedside during the video, and the doctor looked at the military guy and he said, "Well, what's he saying?" And the general says, "He says SOS, help me, help me." And then the next line is, I gotta say it as unalive, unalive me. And because I can't use the other word, if I do, then yeah, my channel can get in trouble. But anyway, so the general says that, and then the doctor says, "Is there something you can do for him?" And the general looked at him and he's like, "Look, he's a product of your profession, not mine." And when you think about what that statement is, he's basically telling the doctors, you guys are the ones that kept him alive. You put him on these machines that are breathing life into him and feeding him, and that's all on you guys. We didn't do that. Y'all did. And it just comes across so wrong. It's like a gut punch because you're like, well, what do you mean? You're the reason the guy had to go to war, right? So what do you mean he's not a product of your profession? Like, dude, come on. Basically passing the buck. He didn't want to take, accountability for what had happened to the man. And he was basically telling the doctors that it was on them to do something about it. So, but yeah, it was very, very, very emotional, and it just made me think when he said, "I don't want to live inside myself, loneliness, the sorrow, the hurt." That's a lot, guys. Oof. Goodness gracious! It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I need to go to bed. All right. Anyways, so that was that. As I say always, and I'll keep saying it, I really do appreciate all of you. I have had so much fun on this journey. It has been quite the ride. There's been ups and downs and highs and lows and lefts and rights and upside downs and there's been high emotion. There's been no emotion. So it's just been a lot of everything, right? But I'll say it again. I hope that life is being fair and kind to you and that you are in a place of good spirits and that your days are filled with joy and happiness. And on those days that are filled with sorrow, just keep fighting, keep hanging on. It's gonna get better at some point. It always does. Um, just keep the faith. So, all right, guys. Well, love you guys. Appreciate you, and I will see you on the next one.